Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be fielded inside the 5. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing first play is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's the former Michigan man Chase Winovich who gets in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking sideline, incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The Jaguars at 12-3 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. A quick throw, but incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Up the middle, Murray. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. On 3rd down, Lawrence to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go with Murray again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence going with a screen for Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now Lawrence. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here we go, set.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option going right. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Lance to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. On the move to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you've got to do it in your own backfield. I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. But the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Switch, yellow, opposite, green, check, pink, blue, check.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Lance now on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Yellow, lining, black swap.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Lance going to hold on to it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
22-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a give. This is Murray. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun now for Lance. Flushed out right. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Lance. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second down and 8. Now Lance again. Flush to his right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 24-21, the final score. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Niners, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively for the breakup, Charvarius Ward.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action, now it's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Mitchell is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Lance on the keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, They've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Murray running right. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Murray. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Latavius Murray, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Lawrence. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Once more, Murray. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Latavius Murray. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Jags grab it. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Opposite, green, check, pink, blue, check.
They'll start with the option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And Lance again going to keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Tony Field in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get and looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the option right is Lance. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
On gain of 2, brings up third and 9.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. Drill. Ready.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Lawrence on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check white. Smith red.
And they'll begin by running the option. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And Lance again going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
5 yards on the pickup.
They'll try and run for this with Jefferson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out here with the option left.